Hello, and welcome to the 8-Bit Update, a show where we talk news from the worlds of video games to tabletop. I'm your host, Vincent Edwards, and we got a great show lined up for you today. In a little bit, we're going to talk about Wizards of the Coast and breaking down the situation surrounding the drama around the OGL. But first, we're going to talk about Bethesda's new breakout hit, HifiRush. Stay with us. HifiRush, developed by Tango Gameworks and published by Bethesda Softworks, this new rhythm-based action game has swept people away. This action-packed beat-em-up blew people away with a release that was previously unannounced. But even though this game got a stealth drop, this game burst its way through the starting gate and took people by storm. I actually did not know it had been released until I saw about half of my friends playing it. The game puts the player in control of Chai, an aspiring rock star on a mission. After an experimental cybernetic surgery that left Chai's music player stuck in its chest, Chai is labeled a defect by the corporation responsible. While making new friends along the way, Chai works to defeat the company executives and topple their plans. The game also features tracks from artists such as Nine Inch Nails, The Black Keys, and The Prodigy for players to rock out to as they fight their way through group after group of enemies on their way to stop the executives from making a robot army. Why take it from me, though? Let's play the launch trailer right now.
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Well, it's pretty standard. Check this out. Music player in my chest. It's powering up my new robot arm. Whoa. It's making everything sync up with the beat. Let's rock. This is awesome! Vandalay Technologies isn't just coming from my arm. They're after all of us.
That's the defect!
What in the hell am I looking at?
The name's Chai, not Defect.
Is this the guy?
We'll take down this company, one boss at a time. Just so you know, they're insane.
I'm here, baby. Hold on, did you just feel that? That beat? Ready for more?
Profession, rock star.
Future rockstar.
Definitely super high energy. As someone who loves music and video games, this looks right up my alley. I haven't been excited about a new game release in a long while, but this is definitely at the top of my to-play list. Especially since its release just last month, the game has already earned some widespread praise. Almost across the board, critics have been giving the game top marks, with a current player rating on Steam of overwhelmingly positive, while also earning a 9 out of 10 from both IGN and GameSpot. With Richard Wakeling from GameSpot saying, quote, HifiRush, excellent break from the norm from the horror buffs at Tango Gameworks, meshing the energetic combat of a character action brawler with the toe-tapping beats of a stylish rhythm game. However, not everyone is shouting praises for HifiRush. Tyler Culp from PC Gamer gave the game a 69 out of 100. He said in part of his review, quote, HifiRush's setlist is too limited to fully embrace its chosen era of music, and it's too dated to resonate with what's hot right now. It's stuck, unable to fully commit to its own pitch, and unable to capture the moment. It's a strong teaser for a more cohesive game, and it has me crossing my fingers that one day it'll come. Now, whether you like it or not, this game also marks an interesting step for Tango Gameworks. The company, primarily known for making of the Evil Within series, has now taken a huge leap from the world of horror with the release of HifiRush, which honestly has me excited. It also has me wondering, what will they do next? We'll have to wait and see. For now, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons & Dragons, and breaking down the situation surrounding the OGL. Stay with us.
Located in the Advanced Manufacturing Building, Nash Community College's robotics program equips students with the latest robotics experience and machining knowledge. Students in the Applied Engineering program get hands-on experience inside an immersive robotics classroom environment full of state-of-the-art equipment and industry professionals. Classes focus on practical robotics applications, including operation procedures, robotics programming software, equipment safety, and much more. Students also gain industry knowledge with skills such as machining, CNC robotics machining, robotic welding, and assembly line simulation. These classes show the proper handling of robotics equipment and give students practical knowledge on how robotics are utilized in a real-world setting. Nash's robotics program offers a wide array of career pathways, certificates, and third-party certifications, opening the door to new and exciting opportunities growing in a multitude of different fields. Want to learn more? Contact us today.
Hello, and welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. So we just finished talking about Bethesda's new breakout hit, HifiRush, but now we're going to be moving on and talking about Wizards of the Coast and breaking down the situation surrounding the OGL. Alright, so a lot happened recently at Wizards of the Coast. There was a lot of information going around and shouting about something called the OGL. Well, today I plan on trying my best to break it all down for you. So first, what is this mysterious entity known as the OGL? Well, OGL stands for Open Gaming License. This was a license made back in the year 2000 that allowed anyone to create their own games, adventures, and overall content that was compatible with Dungeons & Dragons. Attached to this was also something called a System Reference Document. This SRD contains stats and mechanics for things like classes, spells, creatures, and more that were parts of the Dungeons & Dragons intellectual property that other people could use. The best part about this was that the content creators could not only make this content, but they could also sell it for profit. This allowed many people to make an entire living off of making content for Dungeons & Dragons. This sounds great, right? Well, Wizards of the Coast didn't think so. Wizards of the Coast is the company behind Dungeons & Dragons, for those that don't know. After a resurgence of the Dungeons & Dragons fandom over about the last decade, Wizards decided to start working on a new OGL. Fans first became aware of this back in late 2022 when rumors began to spread about third-party publishers being called on by Wizards of the Coast for meetings and to sign non-disclosure agreements. However, there was a leak, and fans saw that Wizards of the Coast was trying to update the OGL. The new OGL would require revenue reporting and payment of royalties to Wizards. Plus, there was a subtext in the document that would give Wizards near complete control of the content produced under this new OGL. With the leak of the new OGL, the revolt was immediate. Both players and content creators were outraged at Wizards of the Coast and the new OGL. Fans, content creators, and third-party publishers across the community released statements and rallied together against the new OGL and Wizards of the Coast. As if protesting on social media was not enough, fans also began to unsubscribe from Wizards of the Coast's digital toolset, D&D Beyond, actually starting a hashtag on Twitter, hashtag D&DBegone. Now, while this was going on, revolts and digital riots, for about a week, Wizards of the Coast kept pretty much silent about the whole situation. However, the big names in third-party content did not waste this time. The biggest rival of Wizards of the Coast, Paizo, announced that they would be financing the establishment of its own gaming license. They would call it the Open RPG Creative License, or ORC for short. Paizo announced that on January 19th, over 1,500 companies had so far supported the ORC. Paizo, the creator of games like Pathfinder, saw an insane burst in their sales. In fact, so many people ran to Paizo's open arms that their 8th month supply of Pathfinder books ran out in just 2 weeks. Saying in a statement, quote, "Our warehouse was inundated with multiple weeks' worth of orders. We have brought in additional hands to help with shipping and are working overtime to connect you to your new Pathfinder and Starfinder print products as quickly as possible. We apologize for longer than normal ship times as we work through the queue." Now, After a long few weeks of passive-aggressive statements from Wizards of the Coast, saying things on the day the new OGL was supposed to go live, like, quote, "First, we won't be able to release the new OGL today because we need to make sure we get it right, but it is coming. Second, you're going to hear people say that they won and we lost because making your voices heard forced us to change our plans. Those people will only be half right. They won, and so did we." After this, there was silence again. Nothing was coming directly from Wizards of the Coast. Money continued to plummet as people had been leaving in droves. After, I'm sure, some pressure from the owner company of Wizards, Hasbro, Wizards released yet another update, saying in short that they would release a survey on the OGL and see exactly what the community thought. It didn't take long for the results to come in, though, it seems, as the following day, on January 19th, they released another statement sharing their final plans. In summary, they said, quote, "For over 20 years, thousands of creators have helped grow the TTRPG community using a shared set of game mechanics that are the foundation for their unique worlds and other creations. We don't want that to change, and we've heard loud and clear that neither do you. So we're doing two things. We're giving the core D&D mechanics to the community through a Creative Commons license, which means that they are fully in your hands. If you want to use quintessentially D&D content from the SRD, such as Owlbears and Magic Missile, OGL 1.2 will provide a perpetual, irrevocable license to do so." So there you have it. The problem has been fixed, the OGL will be fine, and now nothing is wrong and everything is cool in the kingdom. Right? Well, kind of. See, while the situation has been resolved, especially since placing things in Creative Commons can't be changed later on, however, the damage has still been done to the Dungeons & Dragons brand, with many people feeling ambivalent about both the game and the upcoming movie from Paramount, Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. This has made many people realize that the world of tabletop role-playing games has more to offer than just Dungeons & Dragons. There are so many systems and games out there to play, and Wizards of the Coast just made everybody stop and look around. I, for one, am definitely interested in exploring different systems like Pathfinder. But that is going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, we're going to be talking about Dead Island 2 and new details surrounding its release, and we're going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that just got a new trailer. See you there.